Breaking news coming at you in Ewood Park as Blackburn Rovers, believe it or not, have done a contract renewal. Who am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. It's all about Blackburn Rovers. Breaking news within the last hour or so. And yes, Rovers have signed a senior player, extended their time at Rovers for another couple of years. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Because if you know where you've been, smash your subscribe and you want to stop shop for Blackburn Rovers, World Football, all here under one roof. Who am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about Yuri Ribeiro. That's right, the left back. That was bought in January on a short-term 6-month deal. And now he has signed on the dotted line for a further 2 years with an option for 12 months. Are you happy with the deal? Let me know down below. Of course, I'm ecstatic because it's a building block in place for the future of Blackburn Rovers. We all bloody know that Rovers are just a bit of a shambles right now. What is this? Can't get rid of this whole shit. But yeah, I'm happy. 2027 is the deal. Of course, it does mean our left back positions are good. Of course, this year it was Harry Pickering. It was Owen Beck. Of course, Yuri Ribeiro was brought in purely on the back of the Harry Pickering injury. And then, of course, Owen Beck also picked up an injury, and Yuri's been the guy. Has been the man. So happy days for Rovers fans. It is a start basically for hopefully many signings for the future, or at least contract renewals. But let's take a look at Yuri and what the news means. Well, here he is in, of course, HD, a cheeky chappy, nice little comb over there. I used to have hair just like that. In fact, you stick a couple of bins on him, and of course make the teeth look like shit, and then it looks like me. It looks like me. Yeah, I've got one. Yeah, but it was many moons ago when I had hair. Anyway, let's take a look at them. Of course, here they are. Of course, on the left is Yuri. On the right, it is Harry Pickering, and of course, their statistics in the middle of the screen there. The green is represented by Yuri Ribeiro, and of course, the blue is represented by Harry Pickering. Now, it's looking like Pickering has him on toast for pretty much everything, but I do think they are a little bit different in regards to the style. But it is, I think if we're honest, Pickering will get the start over Yuri. I think when it's all fit and raring to go. But competition for places is just that. Let's take a look at them. Of course, under the microscope, 28 years of age is Yuri. He's got 2 years senior to that Harry Pickering. He is a little bit taller as well, both solid on the left foot. And of course, Pickering can play a little bit further forward as well, and also in central midfield. But what Ribeiro does have over Harry Pickering, that is success. He has got some success on his resume with some, possibly, I think, some accolades in European football. Of course, we did pick him up from was it Victor Guadamares, I think, or Boavista? Maybe it was Boavista. In fact, let's have a little look here. Yeah, it was Boavista here, as you can see. And is in the graph that shows their valuations. Now, Yuri did once peak at 3 million when his days at Forest. Of course, he was once on the books at Benfica as well. And he also had some time in Poland, quite a long time in Poland as well. As for Pickering, he's been ours for a little bit of time, and I think he's on a good contract for the time being. But games-wise, it looks, Ribeiro is actually playing catch-up with that of Yuri Pickering, Harry Pickering. A good 40 or so games adrift there. And I think this season, I don't think I have him on the screen here, but I think I do. I think Pickering has played more games than that of than Yuri this season in the championship. But it's a great start. I think he has been one of the more successful signings in the January transfer window. Of course, we saw Emmanuel Dennis coming in, injured straight away, pretty much. Same with Cargbo, pretty much injured straight away. Forshaw was an emergency signing, you would imagine, for the likes of Tronstad and Travis when they were both injured. And then who else did we bring in? Sanderson's been okay, but that's definitely a Eustace signing. And I think now that he has, of course, Eustace is gone, I don't think the likelihood that Sanderson will be brought in is probably not going to happen. So, ideally, I would like us to possibly revisit some other deals. I definitely would like the more sellable assets to be secured. Dom Hyam being one of them. Sondre Tronstad, Lewis Travis would be the other three. I'd like to get them all done and dusted. If there is some hope or a glimmer that Tyree Stolen was to sign, that would be an icing on the cake. Yes, he's very Marmite. Definitely frustrating at times, but he's definitely got some value in those legs. And I do think that whatever happens with him, it'll be one of those that we regret later on, because, well, it's not that we regret. I think we want to sign him, get him signed up, tapped up. I just don't think he will get tapped up by Blackburn Rovers. I think his future does lie. But I would be more happy to see him sign than not, but purely because it's an asset. You want to be able to sell these guys for some money. But yeah, I think this is just, again, it probably is timing. It is a timing sort of thing. I think they were going to sit on this probably into the start of the new season, but I think peculiarly on the fact of the recent events of this last week, of the Three Stooges video that came out a couple of days ago, that it didn't go down well. People still, it's not calmed down the toxicity. This is something that we've been on about. We needed some clarity on some players. Is this the start of many? I don't know. And again, I understand where we're at, because I'm a big fan of Wyman, a big fan of Danny Bart, but will they be able to play another year older under a Valérien Ismaël style of football next season? I don't know, especially if you. I don't know. It's just weird saying this, because it's not going to happen, but they're still under the mindset that something could happen. And if you were to somehow manage to stumble yourself in the top six, do you want to be paying 15 grand a week on Andreas Wyman? I don't even know what he's on. I'm just throwing numbers out there, or funny money on some players that it's just bonkers me saying this, but we are just 5 points adrift. A win this weekend, we could close the gap to maybe 2 points. Who knows? And then there's still a few games left in the season. There's still a chance. You just don't know. You just don't know until it's actually the writings on the wall that you know that you're going to be playing championship football next season, and then you know what kind of football you want to play next season. You kind of want to make sure you got the right ingredients for this recipe. You know what I mean? So if there's somehow you don't want to spend all this money and then kind of shoot yourself in the foot and keep a guy here on a 2 or 3 year deal when you just don't know what division you're going to be playing in. I think I get that, but this one definitely is a right call. He's a good age. It's not a 5 year deal. It's a good couple of years with an option as well. So we've definitely got him for next season. You could even look to, again, I'm not saying that we could sell him on the season after and still make a little bit of money on him. I get that. But your Wymans, your Barts, they're in a funny old age. But the real sellable assets are your Dom Hyams, your Callum Brittons, your Travises and your Tronstads. Get them signed up, and then we can start maybe getting this situation a little bit less toxic. Because right now, the fact that these guys that we spent money on, the Dom Hyams, the Callum Brittons, not saying they could walk away for free in the summer, but they could definitely walk away for a much cheaper valuation than they are. And again, that just doesn't do. It's not good business practice. Come on, I ain't no businessman. And I ain't no football man either, really. It's just poor business model. Get them fucking signed up. Cough up a little cash. Anyway, I'm delighted for Yuri. I'm delighted for that. What I would say is Harry Pickering is there it is. Got to step it up next season. Of course, I know, we all know that we're going to be in the championship next season. It's all about making it a good season next season, because I think it's going to be. This season was crazy, and it is crazy. We've still got a few games left, but I think we all at the start of the season had our concerns. Concerns are probably even more so now under a Valérien Ismaël era, that we just don't know what's going to go happen on the summer. But anyway, try and be positive. That's one player who's committed to the club. Will there be more? I'll let you know as I know. But until then, we're done.